Slide yours up. Yeah. You gonna read. We still missing one? No, just get that one for now. All right, so peacemakers and peace of mind. So you all are the next leaders in line at this school, since you are the top upperclassmen. So you all have to take responsibility to try to do that, to try to be peacemakers, and therefore there will be peace of mind for everybody. Y'all understand that? Yeah, not really. Okay. All right, give the fifth graders a hand. So we went over yesterday, Brother Nehemiah did, when the Lord talks about being peacemakers in Matthew 5. Also, we read Jeremiah 29, where the Lord talked about we supposed to seek the peace of the city, even in captivity. And that's what we're doing right now. We're in captivity. I call that the revolution, because that's the best thing we could do is try to find some peace right now. Get married, have children, continue to be increased. That's what he said. And also we ended up in Isaiah 26, where he said that, I'm going to just read that right quick to get into it. Isaiah 26 at verse, starting at verse 1, well, verse 3. Thou wilt keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee, because he trusted in thee. So the key to getting peace, even he talked about perfect peace, is trusting in the Lord. And keep your mind focused on the Lord. But that's a challenge, because it's easy to get distracted and your mind be on other things, and that's why people have fights. That's why people have wars. So this is not an easy, we talking about fruits of the Spirit. This is not an easy, like none of them, this is not an easy fruit of the Spirit to be a peacemaker, because most people's minds are not stayed on the Lord. And that's why we got fighting. That's why we got wars. That's the opposite of peace, because the world is messed up. So we want to read, because the Bible says Satan have deceived the whole world. But we want to read something Jesus said, why peace is not going to be easy. Come on, young lady. You're going to read here in Matthew. Well, let's go to, Matthew 10. 10 and 34. Find it. Matthew 10, 10th chapter. That's 26. Go back a little bit. And verse 34 is where we want to start reading at. Get your mic, turn your mic on, make sure it's on. It's on. Go ahead. Read loud. 10 and 34.
Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword.
Okay, so that's just the opposite from what we're talking about. But we need to understand why being a peacemaker is not easy, because it's war all around us. It's trouble all around us. People are not focused on the Lord. So that makes your job that much harder to try to be a peacemaker. But that's what we're supposed to do. So even here at school, if you see two of your friends arguing, ready to fight, you could try to make that situation better by being a peacemaker, or you can actually make it worse. You can make it worse, which is not being a peacemaker. So you want to decide that you're going to make it better. That's what a peacemaker would do. So they'll try to calm the situation down instead of inciting it and making it worse. But we got a problem, Because even Jesus said he didn't come to bring peace. So what does that mean? He said, think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. This is why it's hard to find peace, because the Lord knows the world is not ready for peace. Can you cut it down a little bit? It's echoing. Cut that down a little bit, the sound. Because the Lord knows people are not ready for peace. So why would Jesus say he come to bring a sword? If he's about peace, why would he say he come to bring a sword? Anybody know? All these fifth graders, somebody know? Anybody? Anybody? Nobody? Why Jesus say he come to bring a sword and not peace? That's what he said. He said be a peacemaker. So we have to understand the dynamics of living in this world. Come on, Raquel. No, you like you was stretching. Come on, who I say? Becca. Becca. Let her have your mic. Why he say that? Tell me.
I'm gonna guess that because there's a bunch of bad people in the world, so like instead of him coming with peace, he'll come with swords.
Correct. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. And he's ultimately coming back with a literal sword when he come back. But he's not talking exactly about that right here. It all go together. But right here, he's not talking about the literal sword because of the bad people. He's talking about the spiritual sword, which is the word. That's what he's talking about. So let's read a little farther. Verse 35. Matthew 10 and 35. Read it.
For I am come to set a man.
Read a little louder so everybody can hear you. Like you're in the hallway. Go ahead.
For I am come to set a man at
Variance.
variance.
Variance. At variance means at odds. Against each other. So this is Jesus talking. He said, I am come to set a man at variance. Against who?
His father.
Against his father. Go ahead.
And the daughter against her mother.
And the daughter against her mother. Go ahead.
And the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law.
And the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. Why would Jesus come to set these people against each other? Keep going.
A man's foe shall be they of his own household.
And a man's foes shall be they of his own household. Why would they be his enemies in his own household? Because like Rebecca said, it's a lot of bad people. And Jesus understands if you're going to be with him, some people going to be mad at you for doing the right thing. So you got to be able to get over that, deal with that. If you're going to serve the Lord and be on the Lord's side, you got to be able to do that and still serve the Lord, even though your mother might be mad, your sister might be mad, your brother, your friend. People are going to be looking at you strange. See, it's not, so the point is, it's not easy to be a peacemaker. It's not easy to be a peacemaker because people trying to start trouble. So that's a tough job. Everybody trying to start trouble, and here you come along trying to say, no, don't do that. You shouldn't do that. That's the wrong way. But we got to do it because we read yesterday, well, we're going to read it again, what Jesus said about being a peacemaker. But what, you read 36? Read it again.
And a man's foe shall be they of his own house.
A man's foes, that's an enemy, shall be they of his own household. Go ahead, 37.
He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me.
Oh, so Jesus wants you to choose to love him, even though other people don't. Even though other people are enemies, even though other people are bad, he wants you to serve him. And it don't matter how close they are to it. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me, and what?
And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me.
So you can't love nobody more than him. So that's why he came to bring a sword. Give her a hand. Good job, good job, good job. Who next? Come on. Right here. Come on, come on, come on. Move quick. Yeah, you can use this here. All right, let's go back. We're going to read it again. That's Matthew 10. We're going to Matthew 5 and show you that Jesus said in verse 9, what did he say?
Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God.
Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. So, but you got to understand how difficult it is to be a peacemaker. That's why you're getting a blessing, because it's not an easy job. If everybody trying to fight, your job of being a peacemaker is not going to be easy. And that's the way it is. Very good job. Give her a hand, give her a hand, give her a hand. Who I got next? Come on. Come on up. All right. Let's go to James 4. Show you how difficult it is. James 4. Come on, move. You know how to move the Bible. James 4. James 4. Pick it up at verse 1. James 4, verse 1. So we seeing the difficulty in being a peacemaker, which is going to make you a child of God. It's not easy. You got to be different from everybody else, because everybody else is on trying to stir up trouble, majority of people. But you guys are going to be different, boys and girls. You're going to be different. Go ahead, 4 and 1.
From whence comes wars and fightings among you?
He said, where do wars come and fighting among you? Why is that? Go ahead.
Come they not hence, even of your lust, that war in your members.
See, he said they come not even hence that of your lust. See, this is the world at large. That war is in your members. So Jesus know that. That's why Jesus said he didn't come to bring peace, because he knows it's not going to be no peace right now. There's no peace, the Bible says this. There's no peace to the wicked. So he know overall it's not going to be no peace. So we trying to be peacemakers, we fighting an uphill battle. Because he said, come they not hence. Whence come wars? Where do wars come from and fights among you? Come they not hence, even of your lust, that war is in your members. So Jesus know that. Jesus know when you come with the truth, somebody gonna be upset about it. Somebody gonna dislike it. You gotta tell the truth regardless of the consequences. So it's hard, 5th graders, to stand up for that which is right. It's not easy to stand up for that which is right. It takes some courage. That's why the Bible tells his people, he tells his people repeatedly, be you courageous, be very courageous. It takes courage to do that. If everybody doing the wrong thing, it's hard to do right, but you can do it. He know you can do it. Go ahead, verse 2.
You lust and have not ye, kill and desire to have and cannot obtain. You fight and war, yet ye have not, because ye ask not.
He said you lust but you don't have. So this the way of the world. People fighting and scratching and kicking, and they still don't get nowhere. They still don't have nothing. He said you lust and have not. You be wanting stuff, but you be wanting the wrong stuff, and you don't go about doing what God wants you to do. He said you lust and have not. You kill and you desire to have and cannot obtain. See, that's not getting the world nowhere. It's like going around in a circle. Ye fight and war, yet ye have not, because you ask not. People not seeking the Lord for what's right and trying to be peacemakers. They just want what they want right now, and it don't work that way. Even if you get something, you see famous people, They get rich, they get a lot of stuff, then next thing you know, they've been doing stupid stuff and it just catch up with them. It's just a matter of time. It don't work that way. Why? Verse 3.
Ye ask and receive not, because ye ask amiss.
He said, you ask and you don't receive. You ask and you receive not because you ask amiss. Go ahead.
That ye may consume it upon your lust.
See, you asking, but you just lusting for stuff. So you might ask, but you're not even asking for the right thing. See, we need to be asking for peace and peace of mind. That's the best thing. See, no amount of money will give us peace of mind. No amount of money don't do that. People think it do, but money don't bring you peace of mind. God is the one. That's why we striving for something different. He's the one that give us peace of mind. And that's why we striving to be peacemakers. You actually receive not because you actually miss it, you make soon upon your love. Go ahead, read verse 4.
Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with God?
He called people because people be lusting, they be adulterers and adulteresses. He said, don't you know that the friendship of the world is enmity with God? If you're in line with all the wickedness in the world, you are not on God's side. You're an enemy of God. It's enmity with God. Whosoever therefore what?
Therefore will be a friend.
Whosoever therefore will be what? A friend of what?
Of the world is the enemy of God.
See, if you go along with the world, the wickedness, the lust, that doesn't bring peace. You are enemy with God. Very good job. Give him a hand, give him a hand, give him a hand. Who next? Heaven, come on. Come on. All right, let's go back, Heaven, right quick to Isaiah. Watch that mic. Make sure it don't roll. I'll put it over here. Isaiah 59, I think. Let me see. 57. 57, Heaven, we want to pick it up at 19. See, and this is what we got to realize. Jesus is the Prince of Peace. So we got to understand, if he's the Prince of Peace, he's going to ultimately bring peace. We need to understand why he would tell us that he didn't come to bring peace but a sword. So it got to be a reason. If he's about peace, he wants peace, he's the Prince of Peace, why would he tell us that he didn't come to bring peace but a sword? Because when he came the first time, he knew it wasn't going to be no peace because of so many wicked people. He knew it wasn't going to be no peace. That's why, again, us being peacemakers is not easy, but the reward is that we will be children of God. So that's why he said that. Even though ultimately he's the Prince of Peace, he's going to bring peace, but even to bring peace, he got to get rid of all the bad people. That's what he's coming to do. He's going to get rid of all the bad people. So right now, the bad people are here. We fighting an uphill battle trying to be peacemakers and bring peace of mind. Go ahead. What verse I said? 57:19. Read loud, Heaven.
I create the fruit of the lips. Peace, peace be unto them that is far off, and to him that is near, saith the Lord.
He said, I create the fruit of the lips. I create the fruit of the lips. Peace, peace to him that is far off, and to him that is near, saith the Lord. So the Lord is the one that determines whether we're going to have peace or not, but it's dependent on how we live. If we're trying to live according to his peaceful standards. Go ahead.
And I will heal him.
I will hear him. But verse 20.
But the wicked are like the troubled sea.
The wicked are like the troubled sea. He knows it's wicked here. They like the troubled sea, he said. It's no peace. See, when the sea is boisterous, that's a sign of no peace right there. The wicked are like the troubled sea when what?
When it cannot rest.
When it cannot rest. Who what?
Whose waters cast up
Mire.
mire and dirt.
That's a word that means kind of similar to dirt. Whose waters, when the sea cast up mire and dirt, just waves just banging against the sand and coming up on the shore. But what does that mean?